we have so much on our plate to talk about. The one thing we haven't talked about yet is the inflation numbers, and it is remarkable. Joe Biden has just come out and said, we have zero inflation this month.
Wow, we did it!
We
solved it!
We did. So that we can start printing more money. We have zero inflation.
The news that came out today relative to the economy. Actually, I just want to say a number. Zero. Today, we received news that our economy had 0% inflation in the month of July.
That's weird.
Yeah.
0%.
Because that's not how...
Here's what that means.
Well,
the price of some things went up last month. The price of other things went down by the same amount.
So we have zero.
The result,
0%.
Zero inflation last month.
Now,
zero.
That's incredible there. And it's interesting because every single publication is reporting the number as 8.5%.
Right.
Now,
but that's very close to zero.
Very close to zero.
Yeah.
Now, I want to be clear to show you how disingenuous this person is. This is how he's come to this conclusion. Okay.
Okay.
Because people are just saying, oh, he's lying. And he's not quite lying. This is what he's doing.
Okay.
Now, every single time we talk about inflation, we talk about it as an annual number.
Right.
Right.
Year to
that
year.
is how we talk about it.
Got it.
Year to year.
Yes.
Everybody talks about it the same way. 8.5% is the headline annual number. That's the number that everyone has been talking about, which everyone focuses on. So what he's done is take that number and ignore it completely. Then he's converted what he's looking at from the headline number to the core number. Now, there's two different measures of inflation. Basically, the core number takes out food and takes out energy, to summarize it. So that number was 5.9%, I believe it was, this
which is zero.
Which is
I don't know if it's closer than 8.5, but one of the two. They're both very close to zero.
Right. Now,
You got a scale from 1 to a billion, 5. So might as well call it zero.
Right.
We're just rounding numbers.
So he's ignored the main number. He's presented only the core number, which has been lowered the entire time. And then instead of taking the annual measure, he's done only the month-to-month measure. Now, the month-to-month measure is not the number that anyone talks about. And to be clear, it was only supposed to be 0.2%. So what he's saying is, now that's almost zero anyway. That's what everyone was expecting it to be, was 0.2%. Instead, it was 0.0%. And he's out there bragging and saying, oh, well, this just shows there's no inflation month to month. So he's ignored the main measure, and he's basically taking the secondary core measure and divided it by 12, even though that's not exactly how they come up with the number. And he's saying that there's been no inflation. Now, this is entirely disingenuous. And what I've said before on this program, on Stu Does America as well, we are very close to one of the most annoying things you're ever going to experience, which is this main number that everyone's talking about, 9.1%, is going to start getting lower. And when that happens, the administration is going to brag about it. However,
This is important.
What most people will say when you say to them, hey, inflation last month was 9.1% and this time it's 8.5%. Most people will say, first of all, it's going down. That's going to be their initial reaction. Okay, it's going down. And because most people will say that, the administration is going to brag about it going down. Secondarily, you will think...
It's month to month.
Well, that's the annual measure, but it's two separate months measuring. Most people will say, okay, so if something was $100 a year ago, it was $109 last month, and now it's $108.50, right? It's coming down a little bit. It's important to know that's not how this number works. The number works based on a year-to-year measure. So they're comparing July to the previous July. The reason why I'm saying these numbers are going to come down, and everyone's going to be saying, well, we're past peak inflation. The reason why that's going to happen is because the new numbers, follow me on this, the new numbers are building on old numbers that were already inflated.
So you're not measuring it from 100.
100.
You're measuring it from 108.
Right.
So what is the increase of 108?
Right. So let me give you this. This is a real world example. This is actually what happened. Okay. If you bought something in July 2020 at $100.
Okay.
Okay. In July 2021, inflation was at 5.4%. So that was costing you $105.40.
Okay.
This new number, which is an 8.5.
Well, it's down. It's down, so I should pay
you'd think
103.
103 or 104, right?
Right.
No. It's up 8.5% from 105.40. So the new number, the thing that used to cost $100 2 years ago, now costs $114.36. So your prices are
doesn't
up
sound
14%.
down.
That's
Right.
the inflation number from
Thank you.
our normal prices, 14.36%. And the administration is going to spend all day bragging about that. And you're going to go into the store and you say, wait a minute, these prices aren't any lower. They're all higher. In fact, they're 14% higher on average. And you will be right. And they will be bragging about it. That's the rest of your day, everybody. Boys and girls, get together and realize these idiots are going to come out here and say this all day because they think you are so stupid you just might believe it. And they know they're lying and they're going to do it anyway. That's the rest of your day.
Average people don't know that. And they know it. They know it. They know it. The average person has no idea that what cost $100 last year was $108. And today, because of the inflation, you go up from the $108. It's not going back towards 100. It's adding. When they say 2% inflation is our target, that means prices always go up every year by 2%. That means your dollar is becoming. That's why something cost a dime, in 1940. I want that beautiful Cadillac over there. All right, $1.50.
Now it's $185,000.
That's all inflation. That's inflation because it continues to add on top of each other.